Friends, even after taking the name of Bir Abdul Hamid, we feel proud so much. His stories of bravery come on people's tongues. In such a situation, it will be interesting to know that how was his life before joining the army. Hamid was born in Dhamupur village, district Gazipur, state Uttar Pradesh, India. Village was located on the bank of Magai river. Due to this, there was sometimes flood. Once the water of the river suddenly increased. The flow of water was so high. Two women of the village started drowning while crossing the river. People started screaming. Drowning women started shouting for help. But there was no one in the crowd who would go for saving the women. Suddenly, Abdul Hamid saw the crowd and he reached to the bank of the river. And Abdul Hamid saw that two women were drowning in the river. He leaped into the river without thinking anything and soon managed to save the two women. This act made Hamid cherished. Abdul Hamid joined army in 1954. He was appointed in Kashmir. This was a period when there were increasing cases of terrorist infiltration from Pakistan. Actually, Pakistan could not digest the defeat from India in 1947. That's why Pakistan was doing such childish act. Meanwhile, a notorious terrorist named Inayat tried to cross the Indian border. Hamid stopped and the bullets lasted for several hours between the two. Hamid finally managed to catch him alive with his cleverness and he handed Inayat over to his superior. The story of Hamid's bravery was praised in such a way that soon he was promoted as a Lance Nayak. After getting this post, Hamid had a desire to get medal. He was also willing to sacrifice himself for the country when needed. He often said that in the platoon there is a lot of respect for the soldiers who have medal. He got his first encounter with the enemy when Indo-China War in 1962. In this war, Abdul Hamid had fought with bravery. However, his desire to get medals in this war could not be fulfilled. Again, Pakistan did not improve even after losing war in 1947. Pakistan started moving towards Amritsar again with his nefarious footsteps in 1965. There were almost war-like circumstances. Abdul Hamid was on leave with his family. So, message was sent to him and called return to the army. Hamid started getting ready immediately after receiving the message. Then, his wife Rasulan Bibi started crying and insisted that please don't go. But Hamid said that for me the country is the first, I must go. Saying that immediately he left the house. He must have gone some distance. His bicycle chain was broken. But he started moving towards the station on foot. And when he reached the station, his train was missed. Friends again advised Abdul not to go, but he did not listen to anyone. He hugged everyone with a smiling once again and left. When Hamid reached to army center, the situation had become deteriorated. Luckily, Hamid's posting was in Amritsar. Hamid had this great chance to fulfill his wish by getting a medal. Pakistan started shelling by its platoon tanks as soon as it reached some distance from the post. Hamid understood that the enemy tanks are strong. It will be difficult to win the battle if their tanks are not stopped. He also knew that the death is sure while stopping them. He could have left the front if he had wanted, but he was stubborn by nature and the country was more loving than his life. With the intention of not allowing the enemy to move even 1 inch, he went ahead and destroyed 4 tanks of enemy. As headquarters heard this news, headquarters recommended his name for Bir Chakra. Next day again, Abdul Hamid destroyed 3 more tanks of Pakistan. Total 7 tanks were destroyed by Abdul Hamid. But suddenly the enemy targeted him and India's heroic son martyred in 10 September 1965 for the country. His dream was that he would get medals, but his dream could not be fulfilled. But Posthumously, he was awarded Paramveer Chakra in 10 September 1965, the army biggest medal for gallantry. This immortal son, who sacrificed his life for the country, told the world that war requires more courage than weapons. Friends, if you like this encouraging video, so please subscribe and share. And finally, thanks for watching.